What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Lineman Football. And today's video is going to be the full review on the Cutters Gamer 3.0 padded receiver all-purpose gloves. So first off, I would like to thank Cutters for sending me these gloves. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so here we have the gloves. Now, first off, they retail for $55 on Cutter's website, but you can find them on other places as low as around $44. So do some shopping, look around before you decide which place to buy them through. And the colors are pretty basic colors. You just have black, white, red, and blue. But otherwise, let's just get into the categories, and I'll talk about all the different materials and technologies inside these gloves, inside categories. So the first one let's just go over is fit with the glove. Now, like I said with the Cutters Force last week, the really nice thing about these gloves is how well they actually fit in your fingers, which isn't something I'm used to. I'm always used to fingers being a little bit baggy for me. I am a large, specifically in the pinkies. I've always found that pinkies are too loose for me, but these ones fit really, really well. The one thing though is I think maybe they're a little too tight in the fingers in a way that it's almost a little harder to bend my hands this way. So they are a little bit tight. So if you wear a very tight large already, I might consider going up to the XL for that. I wear, a large, fits well. Sometimes it's a little loose, so these are perfectly fine for me. But just be cautious of that. So with all the padding on the back here, all this padding works together really nicely. And underneath here, we have this, what I call like a Spider-Man material. That's always usually what I call it by, that we have throughout here, goes up in here. And what that allows you to do, just when you have like this, it allows it to stretch all the way out, and then when you collapse your hand all the way open, it bunches up in a way where it doesn't get in the way at all. It doesn't overlap here and feel it, and it feels like it's in the way. So it feels like the glove is actually moving with your hand and still allowing that flexibility, even though you do have all the padding on the top. And again, the same material goes inside here, so you have the same flexibility with your thumb as well. The wrist strap also fits really, really good on this. You can see in the design how it curves around your wrist. It's not just straight across all the way around. So it's made to fit your wrist, and it makes sense. Cutters has been doing this a long time. They know how it should fit. So for fit, again, the one thing is it is slightly tight inside my knuckles here. So I'm gonna rate it a 9.5 on fit. Otherwise, these fit absolutely fantastic. Okay, the next is grip. So if you guys know me, you know I actually love Cutter's grip for a couple different reasons. Number one is I think it is a very durable grip, which I will talk about a little later. But also, I think Cutter's grip is the SeaTac grip. And with the SeaTac, they've added a thing a couple generations maybe ago called the RevTech technology. And what that basically means is with these gloves straight out of the box, they have the best grip on the market. And then all you have to do is every time they get dirty, wipe them down, and that grip is completely restored, and it is my favorite grip to use. Now, with that RevTech technology, I found that it's kind of like a spectrum. So you either have the best grip on the market is a 10 out of 10 when they're 100% clean, or if you get any dirt on them like I have right now, there's really not a ton of grip to them. So with dirt on them, they fall to like a 6. But if they're clean, they're like a 10, right? So it's kind of that trade-off about having to keep them clean. Again, it is something to consider when you even are on AstroTurf and there can be some dirt on the field sometimes. Say if you touch cleats or your clothes are dirty, whatever it is. So that's just one thing is I definitely, if you get these, have some kind of towel on the sideline that you can wipe them off. But as soon as you wipe them off with water and they dry, they're incredibly, incredibly sticky again. So for that, I got to weigh both in the effect there. Just because it is my favorite grip on the market, I'm still going to rate it an 8.5 out of 10, which I do think is a really good score. Just the one thing is, they don't perform super well when they're dirty. Okay, next is breathability. Now, a lot of the things I didn't like about the Force is what the Cutters Gamer has here. So one comment about the Force is they don't breathe at all, right? And they're a full lineman glove, I get it. But I said the one thing they could add is maybe perforations, and they do. So on these Cutters Gamer, the entire palm is perforated on the inside to help with breathability. And here, a lot of times people also put perforations inside the fingers. There are none of those on here. There's no perforation in the back because it is pretty well all padded. So again, the other thing is when I was testing these, because they sent them to me in black, being outside in the hot sun, who knows how much that is factoring into it as well. But I do like to see that they at least made the effort to show that they're trying to make their gloves more breathable. So for that, I'm gonna give it an 8 just because the padding isn't to the point like on the Force where it's gonna make your hands sweat out instantly. The stretch material on the back here is also very breathable, and the added perforation on the inside helps a little bit with the breathability. So overall for these gloves, 8 out of 10 isn't that bad. Okay, next is protection. You have the entire finger tips are padded here as well as into the back of the hand here. The rubber cutters logo is sewn in as well, so that's not going to come out, but it's also going to add a little bit of protection around your knuckles here. They do have the 3 segments on top of your thumb on there as well, so that's another good addition. The only thing is I found right here is one spot that is very vulnerable, and when you hit this, like the bone right here, this is very, very painful when that catches that properly. So that is the one thing I would definitely look out for is, you know, they're not a crazy padded glove, but with the level of restriction built into the glove and the amount of padding on the top of the hand here, maybe just for center, I would like to see, you know, padding added on the palm here again, but it is an all-purpose receiver glove, not a center specific glove. So I understand that. So for that, I'm gonna rate it a 7.5 out of 10 for protection. It's enough to get by, but it's definitely for some positions like guard and tackle, I don't think you'd really wanna wear these gloves. All right, next is durability. So like I said, the Cutter's grip is very, very durable. And one thing I like about their patterns on the inside here is the patterns don't come off as easy as the Nike or the Invictus I'm testing right now, or the Adidas. They all have a screen printed pattern on the front with a small layer of grip on them. But within a couple wears, that pattern completely comes off. As you can see so far, I'm not sure how Cutters does it if it's all one layer, but their pattern has stayed on the inside. So it shows how durable the grip is on the inside as well. There's also no screen printed logos on the inside. Everything is embossed, embroidered, whichever the two it is. Nothing that should come off of here really easy. Again, I'm getting a couple little snags of some fabrics coming loose, and the perforation on the inside might deteriorate the glove on the inside over time. Again, I can't really tell that, but everything so far is pointing that these gloves will last at least a couple years. And the one thing you notice is the kids that wear Cutters gloves, you'll see them wearing the same Cutters gloves every single year, like they've had them like 3-4 years in a row. The kids wearing Nike gloves get a brand new pair of Nike gloves every year, right? So I think that speaks to Cutter's durability, and I'm super happy with these so far. So they get a 9.5 out of 10 for durability. All right, the last couple, we got positions here. So like I said, they're not enough padding for some positions, but they will get you by at others. I wouldn't call these a padded receiver glove. I'd call them probably center, fullback, running back, tight end, all the people that have the ability to block but are also holding the ball at some point. And then on the defensive side of the ball, people that might be in a similar situation. So you have your defensive end, you have your linebackers, and those are pretty much. All right, now this is another category which I started doing last week, which is my recommendations to the company on what I would like to see in the future. And so far with Cutters, again, you can see they're doing a lot of stuff right, but the one thing is, straight up, their gloves just aren't interesting. So if you look at Nike and you look at Adidas, they're doing so many different things with gloves, and Cutters goes for that lower profile, simple, clean look. And I get that. The thing is though, with kids, they don't always want the simple, clean look. They want something cool that they're wearing on their hands that they can show off with these different additions. You know, for us linemen, if this is the most interesting thing we get, like, it's kind of boring. So the one thing I'd like to see is, I think Cutter's way to get more market share in the glove industry would be make them more interesting in the future. So there you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Again, if you did like it, please hit that like button down below. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave those in the comments. I answer them for the first couple days because then my feed, kind of with the way the YouTube Creators app work, it kind of is not great for answering comments, but I will try my absolute best. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks.